So I had to do a restart on here. My apologies for that. I might expect it to happen again during this broadcast. So, no, there's no perfection out here in the Philippines as far as infrastructure, technology. Behind the times, that's for sure. That's why it'd be really hard for somebody to have a job who has to work on their computer, a foreigner that comes here. And they're able to come here because they can perform their job all by computer, and it's not reliable. That's the problem. I guess even Thailand has better internet than this country does. It's a shame it has to be that way because some people's jobs rely on a computer to whether they're teaching or whatever they might be doing, or some big business, really. Anyway, thanks for coming to my show, and I entitled it "Behind the Scenes." And what that's really all about is, though, you know, there's a lot of people on here trying to do info collecting on people and stuff, or trying to find fault with them, but they have no clue whether or not it's actually being done to them as we speak. I mean, they don't know until they find out and what ramifications it actually might have. You don't know what I do behind the scenes. You really don't. And I said to be a very open person when I talk about things, but I'm not open about everything. Because you have no idea if I have comrades in arms helping me. You have no idea what's going on with me and information that I pieced together. And I'm going to say something here that it was not an easy task. I can't even emphasize this to get Barry behind bars. I don't even like talking about Barry anymore, but it was not an easy task, and it really took. It was exhausting. I can tell you that it was very exhausting from start to finish. Something I really don't like to repeat again, but if I had to, I guess I would. Maybe I am. I mean, you don't know. I'm not telling you, but you know, it, the system doesn't work very fast out here, and that goes for the internet too. But when you're trying to pursue some kind of justice in regards to somebody that you think did you very, very wrong, yeah, it's you don't just jump in there and oh yeah, okay, thank you, good. It's gonna happen when it's gonna happen. Oh, okay. Jeez, I put a lot of time into this. I mean, you have no clue. Yeah, I was obsessed with Barry, absolutely, because things just weren't working. And get the agencies to cooperate and get off their ass and everything else was not. Yeah, for all the shit that he said about me and what he labeled me and the threats and everything else, I promised myself, I did, and my viewers that I was going to do something about this. And it took a lot of time and effort and even money, really. You have to pay your lawyer and stuff like that. I accomplished what I set out to do, and that was like a cleansing breath. It's the only way I could actually explain it. It was like taking a cleansing breath when all the pieces of the puzzle came together, and it was finally cooperation. And well, hey, well, where he is right now, and it's not good. It's not looking good for him at all. And there's a very good chance, and I'm not exaggerating. I'm not trying to paint a false picture here. I assure you. But the way the system works out here, he could potentially be in jail for 10 years. There are people that are in immigration that have been incarcerated for like 5 years at a time before anything is done. And then, if you have a case against you, how many counts, whatever, then they have to address that too. And then, you know how the process works, right, guys? First there's an arraignment. First of all, the prosecutor or fiscal has to say, yeah, I'm going to definitely flow with this information. We agree that he committed these crimes. And okay, then he, sends it out. And, when everything else, formalities are done, there's like a brand new arrest warrant and all that stuff that has to go out. Even if he is incarcerated, they have a brand new arrest warrant. And then they'll try to schedule an arraignment. It's a long process, guys. How long does that take? Arraignment, you got to get a date to go to court. The first step, I believe, is called the arraignment. And fact finding, this and that from there. And then it's just crazy. It's just crazy. And how long between point A and point C to get to point C to get to an actual trial. I mean, you could be sitting in jail literally 10 years. Then, Barry has to ask himself that question, why did I do this shit? Look where I am now. I wish I had shut my mouth. And that's what he's saying right now to himself. I wish I had shut my mouth and didn't say the things I did against Frank. And don't make me the bad guy with the black hat. You know Barry deserved this, you know. You know he did. And more. And I'm sorry, I am a man of compassion, but I have no compassion for what he did. And I have no compassion to anybody out there that have, you know, violated me in any way, or me and or my family, or even my family that is no longer around, like my parents and so forth. They can't speak and defend themselves when people make lame statements about them. You got to do it all on your own. And look, I've never said it was easy. And believe me, it's not. And you got to have the willpower to do this. You have to have the gumption, maybe even a little bit of money, but you have to be able to be steadfast and find your direction on any person that you really feel has violated you in some way. Now, a lot of people say, you know, you could always have ignored all this and just say, fuck it, Frank. God, just let him be an asshole. But you can't. It's according to what they say to you or about you or whatever. There's a big difference, guys. There's a big difference. I think you all know that. But nobody know dialogue here? 3 thumbs up, you can do better than that. Sometimes you have to do things you don't want to do. Now, you know, who says I don't have alliances? People assume a lot that Frank's standing on his own naked, to the naked world, naked as a blue jay, that nobody's defending Frank, and there's nobody what I call brothers in arms that are not doing things as we speak about other people on here too. You don't know, but you will. The information you can find out is at your fingertips if you just know the right people. You know, maybe you worked for a governmental agency and you have contacts, people like FBI in America and places like that. You just gotta have the connections. And if I don't, maybe somebody else does. You know, maybe I'm working with somebody else. Maybe I'm not. Maybe I'm finding this information on my own. I'm always busy. Well, I'm busy around the house doing different things here, but when I decide to immerse myself into some of the shit on YouTube, and you know, I sit there and I don't contemplate my navel. I contemplate on, you know, what can I do to even the score? Not that it's a battle, but you know, sometimes you have to say, hey, touche, all the shit that you said about me and what you've called me and labeled me and everything else, all the threats into your family, into your tenant's life, into all kinds of different shit like that, you know, there are repercussions to that. And I know people generally think that most people on here, they're laid back, they don't get involved, they don't do anything, they just listen to everybody's show and listen to all the scuttlebutt. They don't know what's going on behind the scenes. You don't know what I'm doing behind the scenes. You have no fucking idea. None of you know. I'm gonna write this down. None of you know if I'm doing anything at all. Actually, you know, seriously, you don't know. Who says that I don't collaborate with other people? I never said that. Who says that? I never did. Hello, Jeff Hart. I disappointed you. Why did I disappoint you, Mr. Hart? Do tell and distract me from my point of topic here today. Why did I disappoint you, Jeff Hart? Spill it out. Regurgitate a few syllables. Okay, well, I'm going to go on. Maybe you're writing. I don't know. But you see, there's always payback. Okay. You admitted to lying under oath to a judge. I admitted to lying under oath to a judge. Who lied under oath to a judge? The only judge I've ever been in front of, an actual judge, but I was on Zoom. That was in Hawaii. I've never been before any judges here in the Philippines. Well, I don't know, Jeff. If you have a gripe with me, just don't subscribe or don't talk on my show. I'm not really in the mood. A brother from another mother, my Armenian devil or Tasmanian devil. What's going on there, Geraldine? No, it's just kind of talking about how people just have no clue what goes on behind the scenes. You know, everybody's trying to find dirt on everybody else. So how do you know that somebody's not trying to find it on you? How do you know they don't have brothers in arms? How do you know that they don't have any connections? How do you know? I'm talking governmental. How do you know? Don't. That's why I get a laugh out of all these people that try to be anonymous, but there are ways of finding out who they are. Oh, there are. Oh, there are. It wasn't my voice. I don't know who it was, Jeff Hart. I never said it was my voice. He was hoping it to be my voice. No, artificial intelligence, Jeff. You're not familiar with that? I guess you're behind the times. You must be. A lot of that going around. I know about dirt finding, Jerry. Been done to me, please. Jeff, you're getting really close to having me block you forever, whether you donate or not, or never did. That's not that important. I run my channel the way I want. If you start to irritate me like an irritating fucking horsefly, I'm just going to just ban you forever. I told you I don't have any more tolerance for bullshit on here. I'm a busy man, but you don't know how I'm busy. People, you have no idea. You don't know if I have people I'm working with or they're working with me. You have no idea. And I don't want to make a career out of this. I mean, I'm in my retirement. But it doesn't mean as a hobby, let's just call it a hobby, that I just can't do research, or somebody I know can't do research, and somebody a little bit better connected than I'll ever be. Put that mildly, you know. You don't know shit except what I tell you on my show. I know, Frank tells us everything. He slips up all the time. Well, that's what you think. The things I don't talk about. And I knew what was happening with Barry. I knew practically the hour and a minute that he was going to be arrested at his girlfriend's house. I was salivating. I had anticipation. I was looking at the clock. Okay. And of course, my lawyer was in touch with me because he actually went there with 5 agents to get him arrested. Man, my own lawyer accompanied him. How many lawyers do that? Okay. None, really. Plus, I had somebody else who I work with who came with them to show them exactly, so they didn't get lost, exactly where he was staying. Second career, huh? I guess so. Maybe I should have been in a different profession altogether, or whatever I did. I don't even know what my profession was, to tell you the truth. I just went to work when it was due. I don't know. I wore many hats in my time, really. I even worked for the feds one time, believe it or not, but that was short-lived. Yeah, I did. I worked for the feds. Short-lived, very short-lived. Your lawyer is the Johnny Cochran of immigration. Well, you'd be surprised what my lawyer can accomplish, but I'm not saying that my lawyer did everything on this. You just, I don't know, I can't put it in words. You don't know what I had to do, to get the attention of the immigration in order even just to get Barry in there. And then I made up for lost time when I tried to file a 5-count cybercrime case on Barry. Got all fucked up, and by no fault of my own. Oh yeah, there were videos. They just weren't. The lawyer's staff who hand-delivered this shit, to the fiscal. The most important thing in there was the fucking videos. They forgot to include it in it. Wow. So that just wasted a lot of time. So we had to refile again, completely. It wasn't even a request for reconsideration. No, it wasn't that. It was completely new. Anyway, it took a while, but the fiscal approved on this, on the 5 counts. And as you know how the way it works, it's been sent over for the regional trial court and all that. There's some things in between here we're waiting for. Well, one thing really. Then it goes on from there with different other approvals, and they set a court date. It's usually an arraignment and all that stuff. You know how, if you have any idea how it works, the kind of way it works. Yeah. Fuck, I'm getting subscribers, man. Jeez. I'm over 11,000 now and climbing. And I'm going to guarantee you, my girlfriend is my witness here. I am not paying for this. It don't matter whether you believe that or not. The numbers are there. I'll go with it. Oh, G. Boone gave $10. Thank you, G. Boone. We really appreciate that. We're finally getting a little color on my screen today. We've been lately, though. I can't complain. I've had some generous viewers that, and even someone that really surprised the shit out of me. That actually, I guess people are getting sick and tired of all the bullshit going on there. They're finally starting to go over the fence on my side and understanding the shit that I've been put through on here. And they're relating to it somehow. And they're understanding that Frank's not a bad guy. He's just, he just stepped on some landmines on here, basically. A field of landmines, and there's still more landmines out there, just being attacked all the time. Which is not, I never deserved all the shit that goes on here. God, if I did that to them, they'd understand. And who says I'm not either, So $10 from G. Boone. $10 from G. Boone. Excellente. My nose. I'm going to go for allergy testing. I'm going to schedule something when I go to Cebu. I think I'm taking sertraline, which is basically Zyrtec, generic name. I think I'll be taking that every day to deal with the dog dander, dust mites, stuff like that. You got to see if she's been sweeping the floor. When she gets off the floor, it's amazing how much dust in this house that you bring in and out every time you step into the house. And the dogs bring in every time you let them in and out. And then there's a little bit of dog hair that comes off down. I mean, if you have allergies or you're very subjective, it's this kind of shit. I mean, you get your, you're gonna get your nose running or make it congested. You're gonna spit out some green phlegm. See, your nose is clear, which is a great indicator. But what you sometimes have to spit out is dark green, which is an indicator of inflammation. It's an indicator of like either sinusitis. It's an indicator of your body that's fighting off constantly these irritants, everything from cigarette smoking to dust in the air to dog dander. So if you ever cough up, if your nose is clear and you feel you have to cough up some phlegm from your chest, it's kind of you can say a dark green color. It means all your white cells and everything is working in order. They're fighting and they're eliminating this bacteria or virus, and you're disposing of it. That's a good sign. That's a very good sign. Let's see, Frank, the expat community wants you gone because you. Well, yeah, I know. That's pretty much it. We got 30 people here. I didn't even look at the numbers on here, to be honest with you. But we got the screen lit up already with a yellow. We got a yellow on here now by G Boone. Yeah, we got so many characters on here, but they all live by this creed or something or belief that, oh, you're not going to touch me. You're not going to find out information about me. You're not going to learn my deepest, darkest secrets. But these are the people that wind up being the ones that we do find out about. And that's the beauty of it. They've been such a pain in people's asses. They said some horrible things about you and stuff. But then they get discovered. Brothers in arms. You don't know who they are out there. Sometimes you do got brothers. Speaking of brothers in arms, Brevis has, not Brevis, what's his name? John Blaze. Is he a brother in arms? I'm not going to say whether he is or not. But, he's done some research and he found out some really juicy information through the FBI. CJIC was a little information about somebody on here that you probably never thought you'd ever hear or know. Everybody has a background on here. And they all think they're protected from the anonymity, behind the screen. There's a lot of this going on, but then they'll fall apart when information comes out that, hey, we know more about you than you think we know, that we just haven't talked about it yet. When the time is right, we strike like a fucking cobra. That's how it works. Strike like a cobra. As Muhammad Ali said, fly like a butterfly, sting like a bee. You don't like that when it happens here. Well, oh well. Why, I haven't been attacked on here for 7 years? How do you think I feel? You think I'm not deserving to do my own research on people on here? Of course I am. Of course. Call it a hobby, you call it sometimes a necessity. That's different. I call it a necessity. You an honest card player? Are you hiding that ace of spades up your sleeve? What are you doing? Sometimes you gotta hide that ace of spades up your sleeve, then take it out when you need to throw down that card. Sometimes that's what you got to do on here. Oh yeah, hold on, I gotta go retrieve my tea. Thank you again, G Boone, very generous of you, appreciate it. I really do. Philippine Beyond says, I'm still remember the Dopey D video. Yeah, I laughed my ass off. You should put that video back up for old times. I'm trying to remember that Dopey D. I got a lot of my videos. Sometimes it's really hard to find. God, I need an external drive, really. I mean, seriously. I got so many videos on here that I keep in my back pocket. They think maybe it's been long forgotten, but it really isn't, man. Okay, give me, you know how I am. What's this thing here? Skip ads. I can't even put this on. Why is the thing over here? Skip ads. Why are you right in the way of my microphone button? Why is that there? No. Why is that right in the way of that? Ads will run shortly for some viewers. Now, the expat community don't want me gone, Chibu. They want me here. But they just want somebody to pick on because they realize that, some people that are dropping like flies on here to get the channels taken off and are giving up or are in trouble with the law. or whatever it might be. They need somebody. 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 And speaking of how I say somebody, you get an idea who that is. I hate this motherfucker almost as much as I hate fucking Barry. And I hate to use that fucking name, the word hate. Sorry that don't come into my vocabulary every day. There's dislike and there's hate. It just has to do what these people have done to you and or your family, which actually determines that. So, you got to make a determination where somebody stands and you got to go with it, man. Okay, give me a couple of minutos, and I see be like the back, and we shall continue this interesting dialogue. Try to make it as informative as we possibly can. Don't underestimate people, really. That's the biggest disadvantage to a lot of trolls on here. It really is. It's the biggest disadvantage. All right, listen to this.
Good morning, good afternoon. John Blaze.
Let's listen to this.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, Blazers. I've been a busy man, and I have finally received something in the mail that I've been waiting months for. Now, I can't say whose or what have you, but people have been very, very bad. Very, very bad. And the receipts are right here in this damn. Someone and some others might be getting exposed. The FBI paperwork on some motherfuckers. John Blaze out.
Okay, so that being said, and don't underestimate John Blaze either, Larry. Don't underestimate anybody on here, really, for that fact. How bummer messed up. Don't ever try to. Oh, hold on. Made a mistake here. Chibu, here we go. You're back on. I hit the button. Sorry about that. You're back on. Chibu. Now, am I privy to the information that John Blaze has? I'm not saying whether I am or not. A lot of people underestimate people. I think I was underestimated big time. But don't underestimate John Blaze either. This guy was in the military. He flies copters. He's a real deal. What agencies he's ever been involved with, whether private, whether there were missions, whether there was intelligence involved. I don't know all that information. Quite frankly, I don't. But don't underestimate me or John Blaze, because you don't know the capabilities and how far you're willing to go. That somebody you feel is a real criminal on here, and they've done you wrong, and they've done a lot of people wrong. There's information to be found out. It's out there. It's out there. Some people have the ability, more than others, to get down and dirty on the information highway, not through regular channels either. I mean, channels of how they find their information, other than the usual things you pay for on these pay-for information outlets that you have all along the internet. Find information out on this, criminal records, this and that. Sometimes people can go a little bit deeper than that. I have 3 people on my radar. I'm not going to give any names. I have 3 people on my radar. Oh, you could count on that. Just because I don't talk about it doesn't mean I'm not doing anything about it. You just don't disclose everything on YouTube. And you don't give out tidbits of information either. So that cobra is ready to strike. You just never know who you are or when it'll happen. You just don't know. People have connections, deep connections. Some people have deep pockets too, where they can acquire this information. Be surprised. Some people don't have to pay any money at all for the information, because who they know, how they're connected, friends in governmental places. You just really don't know. You don't. Until you fuck up and somebody uses this information against you. You wouldn't like that, would you? Pardon me, I had to get my tea. I'm here though. I'm drinking my tea. 36 strong with 8 thumbs up. And we got a contribution here from Mr. G. Boone. Thank you very much, G. Boone. Salamat. Jefe Pedro says, are you sure that the 3 bleeps on your radar are different people? If they are grouped, it could just be... No. It's 3 different people. Individual people. Very clearly individual people. Look, I'm not that stupid. I'll talk about things that I could talk about on here. But if I have any true enemies out there that have done me so fucking wrong, believe me, there's nothing wrong with my memory. I can't stop myself from aging. That's something you can't do. You can't stop taxes. You can't, there's certain things you can't do in life. Certain things you should do, shouldn't do. But I'm not going to divulge information on my show like some idiots do. Oh yeah, we found out. Oh, wait till this is coming. This is coming to you. Yeah. I know. 7.5 years of hearing that shit. Again, I'm going to say that you got to commit a crime to do the time. Okay, you got to commit a real crime. Defined by every definition of what is a crime and all the prerequisites needed to be associated with the title, a crime, and the kind of evidence that you need, especially in this country, to get anything done. I mean, anything done. It's not an easy task, man. Wow. We got another donation here. Our screen is lighting up for another $20 from I Am the One Coming. Please go off on Brevis, your stalker, the way only you can. Well, you just never know. I already know where he lives. I could even walk up to his fucking door. I could even walk up to Ricky's door. The funny thing is, you want to laugh? You want to laugh? It's not a lie. My girlfriend, her daughter, has a condo that she's using for B&B. In his building. How's that? If I'm lying, I am dying. If I'm lying, I am dying. Seriously. You just never know who or what's around you. You just don't know. You don't know. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Salamat to I Am the One Coming. Please go off on Brevis, your stalker. The way only you can. Well, you just never know. You just never know. Never know what's going on right now in regards to him. You never know what's going on in regards to Ricky, Fazio, anybody on here. You name the person. You name the criminal. You name the culprit. You name the asswipe. You just don't know. And you're not going to know until it happens. I'm not going to tell any one of these goobers, or all three of them, or more. There's more. But hey, I can only tell you so much. Bang a pot and make a lot. No, kids are sleeping here. Well, the one that's not going to sleep today. Nah, we really don't have to bang. We were fooling around on that last show, banging the pot, but we don't need to. We don't need to bang a pot on here to get anybody's attention. That's just really a cry for attention, is what it is. Hey, listen to me, hear me out. I got to bang the pot for people to. Holy shit, G Boone hits me with another $10. Boy, my screen is lighting up. When Frank bangs the pot, the rhythm is music to my ears. At least when I bang the pot, I put rhythm to it. I got rhythm, I got ding. I got rhythm. Who could ask for anything more? At least I do that. It's lighting up, baby. It's lighting up. The screen is lighting up. We're up to $30, $30, $30, $30, $30. Sound like an auctioneer over here. $30, $30, $30, $30. Then we hear $40. We hear $40. We hear $60. Light up that screen. How about some different colors? How about some different colors on this screen, baby? We got 31 out there. 31 generous people that are just loving every minute of this. I know you're loving it. I know you want to see my channel do good. The subs are going up. We're over 11,000 now. We're only going forward on my channel despite the unlike of many people who don't want to see this long-term channel and provider of information, both entertainment, both informing, and with the finger on the pulse of the community. This is the channel. This is the channel. Let's just face it. This is the channel. I didn't plan it that way. It just kind of happened that way. So again, we got another donation there. We want to see some different colors too. That would be really nice. We want to get a rainbow on here. Phil Peter Beyond says, I saw you dancing, Frank. You got swag. Well, I'll tell you what, I may have swag on the rhythm, on the dancing, but I'll tell you what, when I put my mind to something, finding out information about people and kind of evening the score, I'm pretty good on that too. But unfortunately, I admit it, that it does not happen overnight. It doesn't work that way. It just really doesn't. I'd like to say that you could instantaneously do something and make something happen on the whim, but you can't. It's unfortunate that you just can't do that. It doesn't work that way out here in the Philippines. It just really doesn't. We wish it would. I wish it would, but it's just not like that, man. The rewards for the past 7 years of work. Well, hopefully the rewards are start coming in for all the work I've done on here, for all the days I've entertained you guys. I've always make myself available when there's nobody else on. There's a good chance that I got a show going on here, and you got something to listen to because like I said, I'm unscheduled. Hopefully, I'm not going to get interrupted on the internet again, like I did. I started to do the show this morning, then the internet went out. If that happens, we might pop in again. You just come back, and it's all whatever how little time I'm going to spend on here. No, I'm not going to do 2 hours and 48 minutes like my last show. I just don't really have the patience to do that. I haven't even eaten breakfast yet, but I'm drinking my special brew tea that I drink every morning. That I am. I'm a person of routine, really. Yes, the screen has been lighting up this morning. I'm very happy about that. I'm also very appreciative of that. At least I tell my viewers. A lot of people they get so much donations all the time, but it gets to a point where, it's okay. They just expect it. Their screen lights up, and they're getting all this super chat and shit. And that's fantastic if you could achieve that. But I'm not one of these channels that gets that. And they really don't even give you thanks on there. I mean, it's your hard-earned money, however you make your money, that you're sending out, and you should be recognized. And you should tell the person, "Hey, man, I really appreciate you sending me that." Some people don't even do that. Okay, yeah, thanks for. Okay, no, man, they need more than that. They need to be praised. It's their money coming out of their bank account. They don't have to do that. You know, I don't know what it took them to earn that money, their pension, their social security, or maybe they're still working on a job, but it's still money that they somehow earned that they're sending to a complete stranger. But you see, that's the thing on here. I'm not a complete stranger. A lot of you have been following me for a lot of years. It's like family. The ones that have been following me, even the trolls, I'm family to them. I give them something to listen to on a more regular basis than most. Like that expression I always say at the end of my show? I'm here because you're there. That's the only reason I'm still on there. If you weren't there for me, there really would not be any reason to do any shows on here, especially since most of the time I've not been making money on my show. I haven't been making shit because I haven't been monetized for 90% of the time that I've ever been on YouTube. That must tell you something. It's not that I didn't have 1,000 subscribers or anything. Look all the times I went without PayPal. And all during that time, by the way, all during that time, I could have easily incorporated PayPal on my show, but I never did. So what does that tell you? That it wasn't about the money on it. It was about doing a show, regurgitating some syllables, talking, sharing, have people learn about things that maybe I just learned that I could pass it on to you, whether it's a freaking health issue, whether it's, all my little philosophical moments I'm famous for. Not many people get very philosophical out here. I love shows that get philosophical. There's a show I discovered that a guy has cancer he's been fighting with and his ups and downs with it. And he's getting very philosophical about his life. He was crying on camera because something he thought was going to work and didn't work. And then he's in remission. He's very happy. And he's able to do shows other than about his cancer. I just don't know the name of the show offhand at the moment. His name is Paul something. I don't know if it's Paul T, but I'm not sure. Maybe I could find out and maybe you could follow him. He doesn't always talk about the cancer, but he talks about his remission and the moments that, he figures I'm going to die, that I'm not going to be on this earth. That's when you realize how fucking important life is when you are faced with a terminal illness. That's when you wake up and you see whether or not you've been wasting your life doing things on YouTube, that are so insignificant in the scheme of life. You know what I mean, guys? And I get philosophical. Yeah, why not? And I talk about this shit. I talk about, for example, my own mortality. I'm getting up there in age. I'm not ancient yet, but I am 69, and I'm not a kid anymore. That's for damn sure. And I'm not really considered a young man. I could fool myself and say, you're as young as you feel. Well, to a certain point, there's truth to that. You could be ageless if you just act it, think it, dress it, live it. You can be ageless. You can put that chronological number, put it away, and you just go on with your life every day. You get up to another day, and you hope that you make it through the day, and you hope that you make it to the next day. Isn't that what life is really all about? You're not in control of your life. I don't care what supplements you take, and I take a lot of supplements, antioxidants. Sure, that makes a difference. I'm 100% positive it does. But nothing is a guarantee of life, as I'm trying to tell you. There's no guarantee as a troll you're going to get away with all the bullshit you've been doing to people all these years. It doesn't mean that you're not going to be discovered as to who you are, because there are ways of finding out who you are. You're hiding as a coward behind your, you know, blank screen all the time. You never go on camera. You never say who you are. Right. Jeff Farrow says the only time any of us really have is right now. And that's true. You do it's your life that's comfortable for you, whether you like to travel a lot, whether you just plain dang happy with the person you're with and the family you're with, watching a good movie, making a small trip now and then, you're doing your everyday chores. It's just, doing good things for yourself, but maybe not as active as other people. Or maybe you just can't be as active as other people like you were when you're 30 years old. You're not going to climb up mountainside. I'd love to do that. Are you kidding me? I've done that in the past. I never forget the time I climbed up Boulder Falls. Behind there, there's a way of climbing up the mountain. I met a couple of local guys from Colorado that were kind of backpacking it. And I showed you the pictures. And we climbed up. I was grabbing onto branches and brush and, climbing up the side. And you look up there, you get to the top, and you look down, the cars look like ants down there. I sat, the majesty and the accomplishment of, backpack and all, climbing up the side of a cliffside above this fantastic fall, Boulder Falls in Colorado, and looking down and saying, man, this is cool. How did we get down? You know what? I don't even remember. We got up there, but I'm not sure how we got down. What was up there? I don't recall, but we sat there on the cliff and had these black and white pictures of me and these two other dudes, cool dudes I met, backpackers from Colorado. And, you realize when you accomplish something like that, what a rush it is. It's not like I ever sat on my ass. Maybe I wasn't world travel, but I did get to travel all over the United States. Some places I didn't spend a lot of time, other places I did spend some time. And it was cool. It really was. I enjoyed it. I have done things in my life, contrary to people think. Screen lighting up a little bit there, Gilda. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much for those who care. If my screen lights up and you have sent a donation to my channel, it means there's something about you that cares about me. It's nice to be cared about, whether it's your loving girlfriend or wife or children around you. We all need love and caring in our life. And for those people out there that are living an absolutely miserable life, I don't know. I don't know, man. Look, I've had my ups and downs, even with my own family members, It's a shame these things happen. Sometimes you don't see eye to eye with people, but that happens, whether they're your blood or not. But you continue loving these people, even if they're not showing the love back or the respect. You continue loving these people. They are your blood, but like I said, and I'm a big advocate of this, that blood is not thicker than water, not necessarily. Respect is a big thing for me. It's huge. You hear me talking about respect all the time, don't you? How about getting those thumbs up, people? You're fucking with my algorithms. But I'm very happy to say that, as far as having the proverbial ducks in a row, it was never like that. There's always been some roadblock of some sort in my life. There's always been. Nothing new about that. There's always been. But, you get beyond that roadblock to let you move forward. Because you know what? Because you have to. I mean, what else are you going to do other than just kill yourself, hang yourself, get a gun and blow your brains out? Is that the option that you really want? We have all had disappointments in our life. We have all had bad relationships that might have tore us apart to shreds. Maybe that woman took advantage of you, perhaps. Maybe she cleaned your ass out financially. Maybe she hurt you morally and just emotionally. Maybe even physically. I don't know, whatever your case may be. Well, we all go through hard times, but as the human species we are, self-preserved. We're very protective of ourselves, and rightfully so. Let's face it, we only got one life, unless your beliefs are different. I'm very open-minded. I think out of the box, but I'm not really convinced that there's life after death. What you do with your life right now is hypercritical. You can spend your time putting on together things on social media, attacking people, trying to find information about their past and all that stuff. And maybe some of it is necessary as an ace in the hole because maybe that person really is a bad boy. But some don't. Some
Morning,
don't.
good afternoon, good evening, Blazers. I've been a busy man, and I have finally received something in the mail that I've been waiting months for. Now, I can't say who or what have you, but people have been very, very bad. Very, very bad. And the receipts are right here in this envelope. Damn. Someone and some others might be getting exposed. The FBI paperwork on some motherfuckers. John Blaze.
Well, I'm
Good
not
morning,
going to
good
say
afternoon.
I'm not going to say yes or no if I'm actually privy to that information, but we'll find out. Am I in cahoots with John Blaze? I'm not going to tell you that either. But you'd be surprised how many people work together behind the scenes when you don't even know it. Do I know what he's talking about? I'm just going to tell you
Good
that
evening,
I don't.
Blazers.
You can believe that or not, or maybe I do know something what he's talking about, but I'm not going to. We'll let him do that. So, disclaimer: I have no idea what he's talking about. No idea, or do I? That's what Big Kevin likes to do. Ever hear that? No, Popeye does that. By the way, Popeye is hypercritical with everybody himself. He smokes. You ever hear him do that smoker's cough? He smokes and he drinks. He's an old timer, doing what he used to do back in the Navy: smoke, drink during those years. He's not a bill of health either. Of course, he ain't gonna come on and advertise it on there. Certain things people don't talk about. You think Popeye's really healthy? You think Big Kevin's really healthy? You think Barry's really healthy? You think Ladyboy Lover is really healthy? You think Don C is really healthy? Huh? You think so? Maybe, maybe not. Fazio, you think he's healthy? Well, we all know that. It's not. Sometimes people really amaze me. Trying to go how many days without eating. God, I could say so much on that, and I did. I've said plenty on that. No compassion here. I mean, there's a lot of times, not a lot of times, but just sometimes I tried to help him out. I tried to bury the hatchet with him, but apparently that didn't work. Oh well, he chose that direction. Now he's gonna have to live with it. I'm not saying that he's a target going on here, and I'm not saying he's not. That guy was a bastard, and he still is. Let me tell you, he still is trying to still dig and touch of my tenants, blah 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 blah. Oh, here's my breakfast. Oh boy, I don't normally eat bacon, but bacon making Georgia. Here's my breakfast. We got some toast and bacon, and we got some scrambled eggs right here, folks. Now I will remind you that I'm not a big bacon eater. It's just quite unhealthy. It's quite unhealthy. It is actually. But you could have it now and again. You could. Just don't eat too much of it. Friday night when the lights are low, and we add a little potassium, add a banana to that too, as a chaser. There you go, huh? There you go. My girl, talking about my girl. My girl. I talk a lot about my girl, but you probably wouldn't believe me. She's quite enterprising, I will tell you that. Quite connected, I will tell you that. As I continually find out even things I never knew come forward. You mean you know that person? How the fart do you know that person? Then I find out. I said, really? No shit. Wow. Be surprised, Filipinos, man, they've been living there all their life. Who they know, whether it's through a family member or not. People that you meet through Zumba, through this, through that, through this. It's amazing. It's like a network system. Who you know, what they know, who they know. I challenge anybody to come to my town. Cause trouble with me. Probably won't work out very well for them. This even goes down to the level of restaurants, businesses, other people. Let me tell you something. If I was afraid of somebody doing something, I wouldn't have a show up. I would go into hiding, like many people have in the past. Remember when Popeye was being attacked by, who was it, MJ? Who was it that? Popeye went into hiding for a whole fucking year. Yes, he did. Oh, yes, he did. They got big mouths on YouTube until they get exposed for who they really, really are. Then they're like little cowards. You can hear the little piddly of the beat running away and hiding. Have I ever hid from anybody on here? No. Oh, I've been threatened, both physically legally, morally, you just name it. Where am I? I'm on here doing a show. I don't hide from anybody. And if you got balls enough to do something that wouldn't be really cool, remember, payback is a bitch. It's a bitch. Sometimes you marry one, but I got lucky. Okay, so we've had some jingle on here today, and I'm very happy about that. Thank you very much. It all adds up, folks. It all adds up to the next month. Like raindrops, one little raindrop is really nothing. Add enough raindrops, you got a puddle. Add more raindrops, you got a pond. Add more raindrops, you got a lake. Add more raindrops, you got a sea and an ocean. It just adds up. What might seem like a small donation to my show is very significant because it adds up. I got nothing against anybody who wants to Puerto Rican experience. I love Frank. I love a Puerto Rican experience. I have nothing against anybody making money on here. I guess it's just how they're making their money. That's the problem. How they're making their money. Are they doing it honestly? Or are they trying to talk people out of their pocket money, out of their wallet on false pretenses, like, doing a fund to free somebody or whatever it might be? Or supposedly helping the local people out because it's a big disaster that happened. Shit, we got a YouTuber that's got a brand new FJ Cruiser thanks to his contributors on his show who believe this bullshit. There's people who are taking advantage of the Filipinos on here regarding their poverty, doing shows about that. Basically, what they're doing, I'm trying to find the right word on that. Well, they're basically using these people's poverty and supposed efforts to help them out financially, but it's not really going where it's supposed to, right? Yeah. People have to live with themselves. That's the whole thing. You know what you believe in? I have no idea what any of you people believe in out there. Karma? God? Allah? But I just really, truly feel that there is a price to pay for what you do. Call it what you want. But it all catches up to you after a while. Oh, yeah, I know. Maybe you've been able to get away with a lot of shit, right? But maybe not. You never know. It's around the corner. You don't. Even I don't. You just don't know. Remember, I did a documentary on Hawaii, and there's this one gal in there. She's got this goat as a pet. She found this goat, in Hawaii, around the corner. Well, she found this lone cat on a hill near lava fields that she adopted. And I believe she used the wording, you never know what you're going to find when you turn that corner. It could affect your whole life. Well, in her case, she had a goat and a cat. Pardon me while I'm actually eating. So you could bang a pot to get the attention you need. You could do things behind the scene, which are obscene, that are not cool. But how do you know you're not being investigated? You don't. But somebody comes right out and tells you. And most of the time, really. Most of the time. People that are serious about what they're doing are going to just come out with it on YouTube. That's why I laugh. That's why I laugh. Because everybody thinks they're above the law. I don't know why. You remember Barry's theory? He had a theory that nobody in the Philippines cares if you're an overstayer. Nobody cares about foreigners. They're not going to arrest you. Nobody cares about what you say and do because you're a foreigner. And they just don't care. That didn't hold out, did it? No, it didn't. Again, look where he's at. Now, here's a good question. Barry gets a check every month, right? Where's all that money going? Is he getting a lawyer with that? Or is it all being spent on Panda Express? Is he paying off his girlfriend's family for all the money they invested in him? I don't know. That would be a wise idea. Maybe that's why his girlfriend is still hanging on. Because, when you think about it, it really doesn't make any sense. Why? Why would a woman stay with a guy like that? Yeah, they are tightening the rules on everything. They are now. The new commissioner, for the immigration, he's pretty gung-ho. Set me off track here with my thought. Okay, back to that. You got to think about this. Why would Hunchback's girlfriend stay with him if she still is? I don't know 100% for sure that's true, but let's assume that it is. What is her gain on this? I mean, how does her family feel? The guy's a bum. He's a loser. He's in jail, for God's sakes. He doesn't have a future here. What is he trying to convince her otherwise? That, don't worry, we'll get through this. We're going to get married and all this other shit. Really? I don't know, man. I just don't see it that way. Unless there's something going on that I don't know about. I don't know. I mean, she will always be his provider. Raining Cats Dog says, watch a yellow candle melt in real time. Yeah. Well, yeah. There might be some attribute to him. Maybe, did you know he sent me a picture supposedly of his penis? I'm not shitting you. I think he got it from online because The background in the room, it was like somebody was laying in bed, took the camera across their chest, and pointed it down to their genitals to the picture. But the surroundings in the room, so was it his picture? I'm doubting it. But even if it was, some people are endowed, maybe their brain is shot, maybe they're ugly as sin, but maybe they have one feature on them that works for them. I don't know. In his case, I'm doubting it. All right, so what keeps her with him? That could be an open debate on that one. Thumbs up, folks. Well, she's in her mid-30s, and it's really hard for a Filipina to find a man when she's in her mid-30s. Even the Filipinos prefer women that are their age or below, not to the extent that foreigners what they want. But the fact is he's white. The fact is he makes Social Security every month. And as low as it is, $500+ to a Filipino, hey, that's like a good salary out here. He has intelligence and great smile. Yeah. Remember when he was trying to do the math? They exposed him on that. A couple of shows we saw repeated on him on that. And he couldn't do simple math. It's amazing. That's why the only job he's able to get was be a waffle flipper. I don't think you need much mathematics, except when a waitress comes over. I need three orders of waffles. Maybe you can flip up a few right away. We don't want to keep our customers waiting. He'll have to decipher on his finger. Let's see, 3 waffles. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Okay, got it. You don't even count in beer bottles. Yeah, right. What a lovely shoe this morning. It's a lovely shoe. And we have a couple of donators. Cool. And I'm loving it. Look, I don't mean to piss people off, me getting super chats, but if it does, more power, It shouldn't. No competition going on here. Never intended to be a competition. It's not a competition. But boy, does it affect people when I do get super chat on my show, and I don't get it on every show. No, I don't. But when I do get it, it's totally cool. Very acceptable, very appreciative. And if it pisses somebody off, that's their own personal problem. It ain't mine. Dogs again. Well, I got the vet coming over today. Not a veteran, but a veterinarian guy. Friday night when the lights are low. You ever get a song in your mind that maybe you don't like the song, you don't like the artist, but Jesus Christ, sometimes it's just wind up. You got this shit in your head. Matt T says when he needs to count to 4, he looks in the mirror and smiles. Yeah, that's true. What else we got on our clips? We haven't gone to this shit for a long time. Let's play this one. Huh? And who's this one going to be about? Friday night when the lights are low.
You guys know the best kind of pussy? What's that? New pussy.
Wow.
Strange.
New every day.
I'm old school. We used to call that strange.
You guys know the best kind of pussy?
What's that?
New pussy. Very.
Wow. And he's got a girlfriend that's just about to pop out, a child of his. And his girlfriend was right behind him. Oh my God. Magnum. Oh, gotta get out Zeus and Apollo for something like this. Go get him, Zeus. Go get him, Apollo. How do you rectify that? Rainy Cats and Dogs says that's sick. It's his girlfriend, man. She's pregnant with his child. Human life. And she's standing right behind him. Is that not to find this guy or what? With little respect he has for her. Telling her that the best pussy is new pussy? Meaning that her pussy is old and used? That's not respect. The same with Big E. He took that video down when he was in the bar. You all remember that one not too long ago. His own wife, on camera, grabs her tits, allows his wife to go on the dance floor with his ex-girlfriend, supposedly his ex-girlfriend. And they're making out his wife is making out with this chick on the dance floor just to get ratings. How sick is that, Raining Cats and Dogs? How sick is that? How much disrespect is that for someone that's important enough to you that you'll marry? Am I wrong on this? You know I'm not wrong on this. Even he knows I'm not wrong. He took that video down. It was an embarrassment. If I was his wife, well, then again, she's guilty too. Why did she go out on a dance floor? Did he train her for that? Are they having 3-ways? And of course, that's their personal business, I must say. Don't display it on your show. Because it's going to cause a lot more disrespect for you And it's going to cause disrespect for his wife, the mother of his children, the woman that he married and treasures, as he claims that he does. That's sick. And this is the kind of people we have on YouTube. That is sick. Sick. Just this clip I just played. Should we do it again?
Strange.
Every day.
I'm old school. He used to call that strange.
You guys know the best kind of pussy?
What's that?
New pussy.
Very
Strange.
new every day.
I'm old school. He used to call that strange.
You guys know the best kind?
That is sick. Right? I mean, he really defined his character in a lot of ways in the past, but he really defined his character with that one video. I think I don't keep this shit. Of course, he really defined who he was between his fucking beer guzzling, drink guzzling, hanging out at go-go bars. Well, he's got a girlfriend who is pregnant. I guess that don't make a difference to him. Maybe she allows this. Maybe they have a special relationship where you can go out do what you want. You know, as long as you support me. I mean, who knows? Oh, racial comment from who?
I'm scared of the black man. I mean, I'm scared of the black man. Are you kidding me now? I'm scared of the black man. The black man's fucking everybody over. I'm calling him out on it. I mean, fucking Standard Oil pouring all this fucking aloe vera on her fucking hot ass. I'm scared of the black man. I mean, scared of the black man. Are you kidding me now? I'm scared of the black man. The black man's fucking everybody over. I'm calling him out on it. I mean, fucking Standard Oil pouring all this fucking aloe vera on her fucking hot ass.
So he's a racist too. On top of everything else, the guy is a fucking racist. Here's another one for you, for somebody.
You can't be moved and stuff like that. Because, you know, if somebody really wanted to get rid of you, Francis, it's been done years ago. Trust me, you're not worth
That's right. I agree with you.
anything that anybody wants to do with you. That's why you're still around. If you, trust me, if somebody wanted to just do something to you, you wouldn't be around. So,
You're right. I would have been dead a long time ago. But nobody's going to do anything to me because they at least have held on to some remnant of their intelligence to figure out that wouldn't work very well for them.
you can't be moved and stuff like that. Because, you know, if somebody really wanted to get rid of you, Francis, it's been done years ago. Trust me, you're not worth anything that anybody wants to do with you. That's why you're still around. If you,
Well, why do you? I guess that the question would be: is why do you try so hard? Why do you try so hard then? I don't know. Here's another great one here.
Themselves from me because they think I'm crazy. They think that I am insane.
And autobiography. Listen to this. They think I'm insane. That he starts banging his spot. No, we don't think you're insane.
can think anywhere that they want because that, my friends, is freedom of speech.
No, that's insanity.
Themselves from me because they think I'm crazy. They think that I am insane. They can think anywhere that they want.
No, we don't think that. What would you think we thought that? We never thought you were insane. No, come on now. Come on now. Really? Why would we think you're insane? Why would we dare think that you're insane? Wow. Here's a good. Oh, let's get beyond the advertising here. Someone said that Barry's doing better than Frank.
that's why you're still around. If you, trust me, if somebody wanted to do something to you, you wouldn't be around.
We just played that.
So don't be like
Where do you think
boasting.
you got yourself from? The people are here right now. Where do you think you got yourself from?
Yeah, you,
I'm having a show right now.
who think made Francis the number one person on YouTube? RRR. RRR made Francis. Well,
So Roberto's admitting that I'm the number one person on YouTube.
they molded Francis. That's how much he thinks we were haters.
No.
Our hate rubbed off on him. That's why he's the biggest hater now. We molded him. We constructed him.
No,
So
it's actually.
we're number one. We were number one. We're still number one because
Where are they though? They all went
Francis.
independent. The
Francis
channel
beat
just
Francis.
fucking
If it wasn't
dissolved.
for RRR. I mean, everybody should know that. Just think about it. You know, if it wasn't for RR, Francis wouldn't be on YouTube.
No, if it wasn't for RRR, we'd be in a bigger, better way instead of being attacked all the time. But where's RRR now? They all sliced off and broke apart. They could not keep a show together. You know, they all went independent. That's what happened. That's what happened. So it's nice looking back at these old videos because Gastric is confused. Puerto Rican experience says. Let's see. I got some prize videos here. I'm gonna play them randomly. Sometimes I don't know what's on here, but if I got it on my clips, then it was worth playing, one reason or another. Let's see. All right.
Who used to be my friend and is my friend no longer. I don't even want you as a friend. Okay, and he's the only example that I can use because he mentioned that he defended me once among 100 times, which is okay. Who used to be my friend and is my friend no longer.
And why is that? Because they didn't donate to his channel? Is that why? Is that why? That's his excuse all the time. He wants that money to come in. Here's something.
I can buy a plane ticket because they don't pay for that shit yet. They want stuff. Secondly, I can pay for my fines. I pay for my plane ticket. Get my lawyer to go to Manila, pay for my fines, come back with paperwork saying it's done. And they were telling me that I can marry my girl that I can marry Sean before I leave the Philippines. And it would be a lot easier for me to come back. So we're going to work something in there. But just so you know what's going on, Ben, and what is going on. So there's no court order, there's none of this shit. All I have to do.
Really?
I can buy a plane ticket because they don't pay for that shit yet. They want stuff. Secondly, I can pay for my fines. I pay for my plane ticket. Get my lawyer to go to Manila.
How wrong he is and how wrong he was. By the way, Brevis claims that Barry can get out of his cell, well, of course, if good reason. But the only reason that could ever be accomplished, he just keeps on claiming medical problems. They have to get him out of there, and he'll get his freedom by going to be checked out at the hospital. Damon comes in, lighting up my screen with $1.99. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you very much. Damon, $1.99. Popeye is anonymous, but highly critical of others. He certainly is. But Brevis claims that Barry is able to get out of his cell. Well, the only truth with that is accompanied by a guard, and it has to be something medical, or if it has to be an appearance of a legal matter or something like that, paperwork, whatever. That's the only way he can get out. Don't listen to Brevis because that's bullshit. But I think what Barry likes to do is, he'll start coughing or choking or something, which he normally does, but he'll tell the guard, I need to go to emergency room. I'm having trouble breathing, which does happen with him. But he'll use that as a tool, okay? He'll use that as a tool so he can get out of that cell and break the monotony. It has to accompany him, even to go to the hospital. Now, Brevis claims he can get out when he wants, if the reason's right or whatever. Well, he'd be right on that. If the reason is right, and the only reason that I could think of, get out on a medical, which he's been trying to use as an excuse to get back to the United States, where he could get the medical help that he needs. But that's not true either. And the reason it ain't true is because there are hospitals and doctors right here in the Philippines. So they're not going to buy into that. No, they won't buy it. No. Here we go. Listen to this one. Random, mind you.
We will come after your family. Your family, for us, for the Chester boys, is a legitimate target. Keep that in mind. And we do not fear the authorities, the police, the judges, everyone. We will come after your family. Your family, for us, for the Chester boys, is a legitimate target. Keep that in mind. And we do not
Well,
fear
I think what this guy's got to keep in mind is nobody's above the law, no matter where you are, hiding behind a camera. There are ways of finding out who you are. I'm pretty convinced I found that already, but we won't go into that. But not just the guy's voice you're hearing on here, a lot of his little disciples. They think they're out of view or out of that bullseye, but they're not. I assure you. Ever see these guys that go, I'm kind of like that. I'm not dying. I don't have any terminal illness that I'm aware of, but I want to do as best as I can to even the score with people who've done some really heinous things to me and or my family, or even mention my family. Yeah, I'm one of those guys. An eye for an eye, tooth for a tooth. I'm one of them. Only if necessary. Not just every little infraction you hear on here. No, that's stupid. It's a waste of time. But if they've gone far enough to do things or say things to defame me, threaten me, whatever they've done, yeah, they're in my vision. They're in my radar. I can't say how far they're into my radar or what I'm doing about it, or whether I'm doing anything at all, which could be true. I might not be doing anything at all. Maybe I had it with the Barry shit. Maybe I said enough is enough is enough is enough is enough. But is it enough? I don't know. Time will tell. Okay, how about some more random stuff?
And we know who you are. We will come after your family.
Now, that's a coward. That's the words defining what a coward is. Not come after you, they want to come after your family. A nameless, faceless troll. We got lots. We certainly do. What do we got here? What's this one here? Is this about Grievous? What is it?
No partner, no woman that he's intimate with. And like the only thing he has is YouTube. And if you say anything he disagrees with, you're blocked. So he doesn't tolerate a difference of opinions. And
sounds like someone else.
Well, there's a fine line between difference of opinions with this and doing something that is so radically fucking wrong.
That sounds like someone in the swamp.
Yeah, Frank definitely lives in a swamp. Like when we did that interview outside, like no partner, no woman that he's intimate with. And like the only thing he has is YouTube. And if you say anything he disagrees with, you're blocked. So he doesn't tolerate a difference of opinions. And
well, if it was difference of opinion, that's a whole different animal. But it's not coming down to be a difference of opinion. When you yell fire in an auditorium when there's no fire, you got a responsibility behind that. You'd be prosecuted. You can't do that. You can't walk into a disco, lots of people. You can't walk into an auditorium, movie theater, and yell fire and cause panic to the people. They can get killed trampling to get to that door, whether there's a fire or not. For doing some of the shit. I mean, let's get real about this. Finally, once and for all, there's a limit on what you think you can do and what you think you can get away with on here. What do we got here?
You not want to get what you're talking about here. I don't give a fuck. This channel don't get monetized. Is that gonna make you want to see? I'll show you something. Well, you know, to my sisters here. The reason I don't. My sister. I'll show you how big my. You not want to get what you're talking about here. I don't give a fuck. This channel don't really get monetized.
Who you're fucking with? Well, look who you were fucking with. Look where you are right now, Goober. Take a good look.
I don't even really want to call that a tool shed. Tool sheds across the world would be offended by being compared to that dilapidated shed. Yeah, he's not going to be hosting any dinner parties at his residence. We'll say that much. I don't even really want to call that a tool shed.
Well, that's the only thing I ever agreed with John, with Brevis. Let's see, another one. Take from Brevis.
Kind of. But Frank's victory lap might be a little premature. I don't fully believe that Frank's going to be content with this. Frank can't be happy, period. So yeah, he may or may not have his phone. Probably not going to be doing live streams. That I can almost guarantee. Yeah, Barry going live in Alabama, kind of.
Oh, he gets use of his phone, throws something to the guard. He knows everything that's going on, but whether he has it now, I'm not sure, because I wrote the BI and told him what's going on in the jail cell, and that he's using his phone to continue being a troll, and he shouldn't have that phone at all. He should not have those kind of privileges. It's not right. Oh, let's see. Is this one's a threat? Okay, what do we got here? We gotta see all the shows that Barry took off, but he doesn't realize how many I recorded before he took them off.
But got my ticket paid for Manila already. I'll be flying up there. Sure will.
Sure will.
And I'm going to go to the U.S. Embassy. All this Facebook post that he had. I still have the screenshot. It's still on my phone. I got it kind of printed off. This court case in America, I got that whole thing. I'm going to take that to the U.S. Embassy, turn it into them. But
the U.S. Embassy doesn't give a fuck about my U.S. civil court case. That's a good one of Barry. I mean, he's got high hopes. He's got high hopes. An apple pie in the sky. In this situation, you can't have nothing but hope, because that's all you really have. Hope. Without hope, you have nothing. And he doesn't really even have hope. Can a miracle happen and he be released on his own accord? I just don't see that happening. Not with everything against him. Ricky was never helping him out. According to my lawyer who spoke to BI, there's no lawyer on record representing the hunchback. So why would the Bureau of Immigration lie about that? If he's in immigration lockup and he has a lawyer, the Bureau of Immigration would know about that, because there would be communication between his lawyer and the Bureau of Immigration to try to remedy the situation, whatever they think they can do. But there isn't. There isn't. There's none. There's none. I can see Uncle Jesse's going kind of wild lately, trying to justify his girlfriend or wife. And let's see, what's this?
But Frank's victory lap might be a little premature. I don't fully believe that Frank's going to be content with this. Frank can't be happy, period.
Well, yes, I could be happy, and I'm very happy right now for this. And he's right about, I don't think Frank's going to be just content with what he's done so far. I will be completely content on the Jordan situation, is when they finally get him to a better facility, not better, if you know what I mean, like Bikiton or something. And quite seriously, if this is going the way I see it going, God, this guy faces a lot of years being in prison. There's a guy who had an immigration issue just like he did. This is just for immigration money. Who's been in jail for 6 years just for immigration. What the fuck? Does that give you an idea how slow the system is? Can you imagine if he has 5 counts of cybercrime against him? On top of that? Hey, man, you get what you pay for, man. His case, I mean, what you put out comes back. And please don't expect an ounce of compassion for this guy or anybody else that has done some really nasty things to people. Research, damning their fucking dead parents, calling up children, whatever they do, calling you a pedophile, threatening your life, etc., etc. I'm not going to have mercy on these people. Are you kidding me? You believe me now? I'm sure you do. I've never been all talk. And you don't have no idea what's going on behind the scenes. You have no clue. And you won't have no clue. Because there's some things I could talk about, and there's some things that I simply can't. Okay? Leave it at that. Okay, we don't want to go on all morning here. This is not the Fazio show. Spending fucking 8 hours talking about absolutely nothing. About absolutely nothing. And you really do have to be awfully desperate and have a lot of time on your hands, or maybe you're crippled, you can't get out of your wheelchair or your armchair, and you have the time to go listen to people like Michael Fazio. Well, if that's all you can do with your life, I do feel sorry for you about your condition. If it's physical, you're disabled in that way, and I feel sorry for you even if you're not, that you feel that that's your quality time, the oxygen you're wasting or whatever, go talk to somebody or even spend the time to listen to somebody's show like his, where everything is made up or choreographed, taking notes, acting like he knows about this, knows about that, but he's actually reading off something that he wrote the night before to make him look knowledgeable about the subject. And no, he was never a jet mechanic. He did an A&P course. He was not a jet mechanic. He wasn't. And John Blaze, keep up the good work. Keep up the good work. Now, I want to give a personal thank you to Damon, who's donated $1.99. Appreciate it. You didn't have to donate at all, my man, but you did. We appreciate it. At least let's forget G. Boone, who's more than once, $10 on this one. Then we have somebody called I Am the Coming, who gave $20. Please go off on Brevis, your stalker, the only way you can. Yeah, doing our best. Then we got G. Boone, $10 prior. Pretty good show, I think, today. I know. They're all pissed off. They don't want to see my screen light up at all. I know. We've established that. But remember, folks, the information highway out here, believe me, there's no speed limit on that. There is no speed limit. Keep that in mind. Okay? Works in mysterious ways. You don't want to be exposed, but yet you continue to do the dastardly shit that you do on YouTube. But you're above the law, right? Okay. Battery ran out at the right time, so it's the right time to get off here. Good day, folks. Thank you very much for donations. Hopefully we'll see you again. God willing, karma willing. Catch you on the next show. Thank you very, very much.